Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Leo. Leo, thank you for being so patient with your reading. I apologize that it's last, but I believe that everything is in divine timing and Spirit will deliver as Spirit is ready. So for all my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. You mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, please feel free and subscribe. Join the journey with me. Like and share if you feel called to. It all helps me. And I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. So keep in mind this is general. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, but know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in your world to see the fulfillment that you'd like to have as well. So before I get started, I'm just going to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and my team of light to join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, only delivering the messages for the highest good of those of you watching. Before I get going, I'm going to start off with an oracle message from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle here by Jill Pyle. I absolutely love this deck, and I just want to make sure that you guys know what it is in case you'd like to get it for your collection as well. So let's see here what messages we have for the sign of Leo. Guys, if this does not resonate, check your moon, your rising, your Venus, and see if there's a message there for you as well, okay? So Mercury is still retrograde as well. I think it is retrograde until like November 3rd or something. But you'll still feel a shadow aspect of that. And if you have Gemini in your chart, which is the ruling planet of Gemini, you may feel a little bit longer as well, okay? So Spirit, what do you have for us today, please? And they're actually telling me to take the one off the top. I'm going to put it there and I'm going to shuffle. What is the overarching energy that you would have Leo know, please? I heard tend your fire as well. Tend your fire. Okay, so two that flipped over. Intuition and look to the stars. The one that was asked to be picked up said read. Read things that send off messages for you that fuel your creativity, right? That help the fires that burn within you to expand and to explore new realities, to travel without leaving your couch. If something calls to you to read, take the time out. You know, if you pick the book up and you can't get into it, it's not for you. But maybe you pick it up like a couple weeks, couple years from now, and it's still there. So follow your calling to what you're guided to read. We also have here intuition. And I love that in this particular person, she's cosmic. This is all sorts of dimensions of her higher self amalgamated with herself. And this intuition as well, yes, she has her third eye open here. And it's also connected to this heart space. So you're going to feel within your body, right, what you know to be true. We also have look to the stars. It's also learning about astrology. So for some of you, if you're not sure what your moon or your rising or Venus signs are, there's lots of different places that'll calculate your birth chart. Just type in on Google birth chart calculator and a bunch will come up and, you know, tell you where the placements were. This might also help you to understand your personality a little bit better. For example, my rising sign is actually Leo, so hi guys. But it also shows me where I can see the lion within myself, as well as not about me, but I have Taurus in my chart, and I also can see that too, where if we don't know these things, you know, whatever, but once we realize it, it totally starts to help us unpack and understand traits we have within ourselves and our personality. So the bottom of the deck is sweet treat, that it's okay to indulge once in a while in something that's delicious. I heard organic food as well. This is fueling our body, fueling ourselves with goodness, but allowing us to experience the senses and sensual pleasure through our mouth, right? To embody, not embody, but to wake up our taste buds. Also, just to look at her face, there's contentment there. For some of you, I heard as well, it may be therapeutic to bake. So, I'm going to actually bring you a message for number 28 for intuition, just so I don't miss anything. If I trigger you throughout it, what did I say that it made you feel some kind of way? How can you use this information in your day-to-day moving forward to create a better world? So I'm going to hold it up while I get this and get to number 28. Okay. The mantra here is, I listen to my intuition as it leads me on my highest path. Intuition is the insight that comes before thought and without thinking. It is an innate knowledge of what is in alignment with our highest good. It is the energy of the universe that directs us on our path, nudging us forward the choices that will fuel our growth. Intuition resides within the heart and goes beyond logic or reason. Its messages shared without judgment or need to be defined. Reinforce intuition's essential role in maintaining your well-being and connection to the spiritual realm by listening to it and acting upon it regularly. Keep track of when you receive an intuitive message and how often it turns out to be right, either by making a mental note or writing it down. As you notice the trend of your intuition as a guiding force, you'll come to trust it more often. And absolutely, practice makes perfect. There is a journal prompt in here as well that says, are you happy with your water source? If not, how can you upgrade your water supply? That's hydrate. Oh my gosh, sorry. So for some of you, drink some more water. The prompt here is, recall a time when you intuitively knew something was a bad idea, but ignored your intuition. How can you learn from this experience? We've all done that, right? So follow that internal guidance that you feel called to do. And for some of you as well, I heard the star Sirius. That may have some impact or some relevance to you. That may be also something to look up. But we also see the shooting star here. Or I'm even feeling like it could be like something like Halley's Comet. So take that how it resonates for you. With this, another thing other than just writing down a time where you knew something was wrong and felt wrong, and how can you learn? Writing down, taking a journal of your intuitive feelings and what you get, and see, it may not be something that right away you understand, but it could even be something that, you know, depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, it's something that may be even very new to some of us, you know, following this intuition. So writing it down so you can see that you may be even channeling things as well with your intuition. So pay attention to your innate calling. And here she's holding an upside down moon. Paying attention as well, I feel like, with the moon, because that is your feminine power, that connection to the divine. When we open up our intuition, the possibilities are endless, because we're also becoming an open portal and an open vessel for spirit. I feel like when you are opening to spirit, it's very important as well to make sure that we're only calling in messages for the highest good, and maybe shielding ourselves as well from any negative entities or energies. So I'm going to take a message now here from the Shadowscape Tarot and see what messages Spirit has as well. Spirit, for the sign of Leo, what messages do you have? Thank you. Showing up as the King of Wands, Leo. So this is fiery, this is passionate, this is creative. I'm just going to move this over there. Fiery, passionate, creative, and in our doing space. This could also represent you. A Leo. You may have another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius in your life. This could be a man who has a lot of passionate qualities and a lot of different ideas as well. I heard burn the candles at both ends. Okay, I'm just going to pause you for a minute, guys. Okay, I'm back. So with this, again, it could be the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Could be somebody in your life who's a doer. So Spirit, tell me about this King of Wands energy, please. What is the message from this King of Wands? So, the Three of Wands came out to be shown. There's something that we may be waiting for. There may be something that we're aware of it's coming. Excuse me, so this isn't a surprise. This is also fire energy, but we're being patient as it. For example, this is usually ships coming, right? And she knows that the ships have to pass through lots of different places before it comes here. It will be coming here. It's just a matter of when. And only time will tell, is what I heard. The one that was upside down is the Two of Cups. So some of you could have a water sign in your life, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Some of you could be waiting for romance, kind of waiting for a relationship to come. There could be, you know that the person that you're interested in is currently going through a breakup or a split up, and you're giving them time. I heard to decide what they want to do, giving them time to heal, and but really still wanting and fantasizing about this relationship. That's just for some of you. For others of you, this is a relationship that has a lot of heat, a lot of passion, and a lot of love, and something that I heard, like Jerry Maguire, completes you, where you feel like this person complements you and helps bring out the best in you, helps bring out your creative side, whatever the situation is. But this is the kind of person where this love is a watering, right? I water you, you water me. There's no taking or depletion. It's a love given in full balance. And what I heard here as well is an unconditional love, a place where we put our hearts as an importance, and we put our partner's heart as important as well. We're not vindictive, we're not being sly or anything like that. It's a true love and a true romantic connection here. So they want me to show you the bottom of the deck. Was this the Knight of Pentacles? He was in the reverse. So this is also kind of coincides with the waiting card, because the Pentacles, it's already slow, it's methodical, it has to be thought through, and we may be feeling like everything needs to be just right. So there is possibly a reason for this not charging forward and not going forward again, whatever reason it is that has us, sorry, my throat, guys. Whatever reason it is that has you sort of delayed, just don't lose track of where you are, or your path is what I heard. And this is where keep those home fires burning. Keep tending to your own fire, because while we're waiting, we don't want to deplete ourselves and create a situation where we have not, because we're waiting and what we want isn't here yet. We want to keep ourselves whole, keep ourselves passionate, keep ourselves motivated, so that when we want comes to us, we are in our highest vibration and our highest capacity to be the person and to love, right? To be the person that we need to be in that time. So, Spirit, what else would you have anybody watching know about this situation? Okay, tell me about the Three of Wands. That's what we're going to go with. Thank you. Page of Cups. Absolutely. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for love. We're waiting for the right opportunity. We're waiting for these feelings to mature, I heard as well. Some people may feel overwhelmed with this as well. That's another thing, that it may be such an overwhelming love. There could be a lot of different reasons for this person stalling on coming forward with a love offer or handing their heart over. I heard trust issues. It could be as well, trust issues for sure. But what we're waiting on is giving our heart over. Some of us have loved too soon. We've given over ourselves only to find out that, this kind of thing wasn't what it seemed. It wasn't the passion that was long lasting. It was a flame that was quickly blown out. But in the meantime, we've convinced ourselves that this is wonderful and awesome because we're in a honeymoon phase. So for some of us, there may be sort of a need to take things slow and to step into this quietly as well, as what I heard. Also for some of us, when we're swimming, okay? When we go to get in the water, there's two breeds of people, I find. The person that will go in and dive in all at once because it's better to get it done with if it's cold, or the person that will slowly, inch by inch, get their body ready, feel themselves getting acclimatized to it before they go in. So I feel like this is the kind of person that may have jumped too quickly before, so now it's made them really cautious of taking those leaps too soon, and is making sure they feel out the waters before they jump in, dive in, all that. So, Spirit, what else would you have anyone know about this situation, please? Is there any other energy? Thank you. That you'd like us to know? We have the Ace of Swords here. So it did show itself in reverse. There may be some blocks here, and this could have been those trust issues as well that I was picking up on, right? What is it that it could be also something's just not clear, Could be still that there's a wrapping up of another relationship and it's just not the time. But I feel I keep hearing things aren't quite clear yet. So this would be where it's important to use your intuition. I almost said for you to use your intuition as an instrument. So for some of you as well, this could be honing in on this, paying attention to you, reading while you're waiting for Mr. Thing over here, or if you're Mr. Thing waiting on, your shot or your chance. If this might not be romance, it could be family, but I truthfully feel like this is romance. It feels very much like that to me. But let's find out. Spirit, what is this Ace of Swords? What is this Ace of Swords? What are you trying to tell me? The truth may be blocked. The Two of Cups. Also, sometimes love is blind. So, that's some stuff came out. We got the Six of Wands in the reverse. The Two of Wands in the reverse. The Three of Pentacles in the upright. And the Queen of Cups. So this definitely could have a water sign element in your life. You could have water in your chart. Again, this is a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. We are in Scorpio season. But there is a lot of cups here. So the King of Wands, Queen of Cups. So the Six of Wands, the Ten of Swords, both being in the reverse. Being about victory and the hard times are over. It's not happening yet. With this Three of Pentacles, there's a few different ways this can be looked at. I immediately heard third party in this. So I was picking up earlier on in the reading about a situation where maybe somebody isn't fully out of their other relationship or out of their other commitments. And this may be why there's a delay in going forward. So it could just be that I also heard like co-parenting, co-piloting the family, so to speak, so that there may be sort of different kinds of family structures than you're used to. It may be really incorporating the ex or the other spouse into the family or you, and it's just really trying to figure out where everything fits and what pieces go together, if that's resonating for you. I feel like it's super important here to embrace our heart's desires, to open up widely, to accept the family members that may come with this relationship, especially if there's children involved, with open hearts, with open minds, and with an understanding as well that this won't be easy for anybody, that a transition is always time as well. So we want to make sure that when we're entering into a partnership, we're going in with the right state of mind. We don't want to be going in with a clouded, skewed vision of unclarity. Something needs to be done where we're coming to here with clarity. So this Ten of Swords in the reverse, I feel like is also because we had the 1 in the reverse, the 10 in the reverse. That's important, okay? That we don't want to start a new beginning off with confusion, because it will not go in our favor with the Six of Wands in the reverse. We need to work together as a team. All members need to come together as a team. For some of you, I'm hearing like this may be that your partner's ex may want to have a relationship with you, just to also know who's going to be co-parenting my children, right? Let's see. I'm going to find out some more about this, because it may have nothing to do with that kind of situation for you. Take it how it applies. This seems to be picking up on a pretty specific situation. So, Spirit, why is the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Wands? Why is this in the reverse? I heard somebody may be trying to stall a marriage as well with the Six of Wands. That can be quite often about marriage. Wow. So the Three of Swords in the reverse, kind of about heartbreak. And the King of Wands, or the Knight of Wands, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So Six of Wands, and it was in the upright. Somebody may have, like I said earlier, ran into quickly. I heard challenge. There could have been a challenge. What is cloudy and what is clear maybe is our official position and standing with each other. Right? If there has been third parties where potentially you have someone who stepped out on you, or you are the third party, it's no judgment here, my friends. It is life things happen. And I feel like sometimes we fall in love at the wrong times, or seemingly wrong times, but there's lessons along the way. And if we have been the person who's been left with a broken heart, this is where it's really, really, really important to focus on us. Because how do we mend this broken heart? How do we heal ourselves? We start calling back pieces of us. So we start reading books that make us smile. Simple little things, remembering the things that we like to do, getting outside, taking a walk, and breathing in freedom. With this Knight of Wands as well, I feel like this is saying, you know what, it's time to move forward quickly. If this is moving out of, I heard jailbreak too, okay? So there could be a situation here where it's time to jailbreak, it's time to get out of it because it's no longer a successful partnership. There is, nothing to be saved by staying in the partnership, and it's only going to cause heartbreak, so it may be time to move on quickly. This is also passionate too, though, so there could be real passionate endeavors. The Strength is here in the reverse. For what I'm kind of feeling as well as there could be, and it didn't come out, but there could be a sexual dynamic as well here where you have a lot of lust. For example, with this Knight of Wands, right? Charging forward in the heat of the moment, on the hunt, and we have foxes here as well. So the fox to me also represents something very, very sexy, but also a little sly. Having Strength here, but Strength in the reverse also to me talks about somebody maybe not being able to have the willpower not to give in to these kinds of desires if it comes up, or also maybe depending on how this is being picked up, there could be someone in your life who you still care about very, very much, but they hurt your heart, and when it comes down to it, you try and remove them from your life, but we have that sexual chemistry and connection come in. If that is the case, we need to work on what are the blocks to our willpower. We also have the World at the bottom with the Queen of Swords, so air sign quality, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I'm going to keep her because the Eight of Swords. What's interesting here is that the swords were really important, and she's in the upright. I feel like there's major growth to happen here. The last three cards that I pulled from the bottom of the deck was the Strength card, the World card, and the Queen of Swords. So two major arcanas about this being a time where, we're challenging old ways. We're putting ends to cycles of abuse or unfair power dynamics is also what I heard, or somebody knowing how to use our heart, how to manipulate us to get what they want, right? And it may be that there's been misunderstandings because you're not both on the same page, which may also be why this Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords is in reverse, because we're not on the same page. Somebody could be leading astray or not quite giving answers, or even non-committal is what I heard, and non-committal because there is more than two of you in this position and not quite sure where to go, because if I move this way I hurt someone, if I move this way I hurt someone, somebody's going to get hurt either way, and a lot of people don't want to move forward when that's going to happen. If this is you, my suggestion is to follow your own internal guidance and to follow your own true north, to do what feels right for you. Again, to follow this intuition, to know that if you feel like continuing on with a certain relationship, partnership, or just way of loving and being towards yourself or towards others is failing you, if you feel like going down this path is going to lead you to a lot of heartbreak that's not really worth it, then follow that intuition, okay? I feel like this is also important because it's asking you to have strength to complete these cycles so that we can jump into even November brand new. There's a full moon in Taurus, it's a blue moon on Halloween, and I feel like this is really important because we're coming to the close of October as well. So it's about change and major changes here, okay? And I feel like we're about to be witnessing the birth of a new era. And how does that happen? It happens by the choices we make every day and our actions. How we have so much power over our own actions, and it's our actions that can bring change out into the world. So be the change. Start out with yourself, you know. And with this Queen of Swords, this is turning around the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords, going, you know what? I'm done with confusion. It's done nothing but hurt me here. And I'm going to see things clearly. She can be a little bit sometimes cold and detached. I heard the word aloof, but she also here is very, very clear of herself, sure of herself, and I feel like she cuts through the bullshit. So for some of you, this may be important because Mercury is going into Libra, who is also an air sign, and a lot about justice and regaining balance. So there may be communications coming up that really need to be had with this Ace and this Ten of Swords to clear up any misunderstandings. So I'm going to leave you with one message from the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen Farmer for some advice going forward. We have tsunami and wake up call. This is your chance. Use your intuition, and whatever comes to light over this full moon, over the next little while, whatever emotions could have been stirred through this reading, use them, because they're a gift from the universe. They're bringing up to the surface what needs to be dealt with, unfinished business, so to speak. For some of you as well, this 2 3s could be really asking you to stay in union with yourself, to remember that connection with our mind, our body, our spirit. And also, if you are finding yourself, they're bringing it up again, if you are finding yourself in a third party kind of situation, this is your chance to see, how do you feel about it? You know, what is the future, what may be the outcome, and what is the best solution for my heart? So that's the message I have for you guys. I really hope you have a wonderful month, and they wanted me to show you the bottom. So after all this difficulty, after this wake-up call, the new moon promise. So maybe this is that throughout this full moon, throughout the end of October, coming into November, by the time we hit the new moon, there's a lot of changes that may be taking place. And they showed me passion under here as well, and creation with Dreamtime. The other one they want me to show you is communion. I lied because here, oh my gosh, full moon. Okay, so the full moon is coming up to completions, and we have the wake-up call being that there are new beginnings here, but it's going to take our active involvement in creating these new beginnings. So I love you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful month, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.